EGS to single crystal silicon ingot. Here we are going to discuss the process of converting electronic grade silicon into single crystal silicon ingot. Crystal pulling. To make a single crystal silicon ingot, high temperatures are required to melt the EGS. A single crystal silicon seed is also required. The molten silicon then can recondense with the same crystal structure as the seed crystal. There are two methods commonly used in the semiconductor industry to generate single crystal silicon. Joe-Kralewski method, that is CZ, and the floating zone method, that is FZ. Joe-Kralewski method. Joe-Kralewski method. The CZ method, which was invented by Polish chemist Jan Joe-Kralewski, is the more popular method in wafer manufacturing because it has many advantages over the only alternative, the floating zone method. Only the CZ method can make wafers with a diameter larger than 200 mm, and it has a relatively low cost since pieces of single crystal silicon and polycrystalline silicon can be used. Finally, it can create heavily doped single crystal silicon by melting and recondensing the dopant with the silicon. It is hoped that this session is going to be useful to you. Please press like button. Please सब्सक्राइब दिस चैनल. यह लेक्चर हिंदी में भी उपलब्ध है. A schematic of the CZ process is given in figure. The entire system exists in a sealed chamber with an argon ambient to control contamination. The meaning of this is that the sealed chamber is filled with argon gas. In the CZ method, high purity electronic grade silicon is melted in a slowly rotating quartz crucible at 1415 degrees centigrade, just above the silicon melting point of 1414 degrees centigrade. It is heated by radio frequency or resistive heating coils. A single crystal silicon seed rod mounted on a slowly rotating chuck is gradually lowered into the molten silicon, and the surface of the seed crystal submerges into the molten silicon and starts to melt. Seed crystal temperature is precisely controlled at just below the silicon melting point. When the system reaches thermal stability, the seed crystal is withdrawn very slowly, dragging along some molten silicon to recondense around it with the same crystal orientation. The ingot, a whole piece of single crystal silicon, is formed after up to 48 hours of pulling. Rotation and melting of the silicon helps improve dopant uniformity across the crystal ingot, which is sawed into wafers in a later process. Single crystal silicon ingot and its CZ pulling process is shown here pictorially. In some cases, 40 to 100 ohm centimeter N-type wafers and 100 to 200 ohm centimeter P-type wafers, a magnetic field is also used to further improve radial uniformity of the dopant. Figure A through E illustrate the crystal pulling process. Figure F shows a photograph of a single crystal silicon ingot pulled with the CZ method. The diameter of crystals created using the CZ method can be controlled by the temperature and pulling rate. An automatic diameter control ADC system is commonly used to control crystal diameter. The ADC system uses infrared sensors to monitor the bright radiation ring at the crystal and molten silicon interface. See the figure. And the feedback signals control the pulling rate. If ring is in the sensor range, it increases the pulling rate, reducing the crystal diameter. If the ring is out of the sensor range, it reduces the pulling rate, increasing the crystal diameter. The grooves on the side of the single crystal ingot in figure are caused by this feedback diameter control process. Disadvantages of CZ method. Single crystal silicon ingots pulled by the CZ method always have trace amounts of impurities of oxygen and carbon, which comes from the crucible materials. Typically, the oxygen concentration in silicon crystal growth by the CZ method is approximately from 1 into 10 raised to power 16 per centimeter cube to 1.5 into 10 raised to power 18 per centimeter cube. The carbon content varies from about 2.0 into 10 raised to power 16 per centimeter cube to about 1.0 into 10 raised to power 17 per centimeter cube. Oxygen and carbon concentrations in the silicon are the result of ambient pressure during crystal growth, pulling and rotation rates, and the ratio of the crystal diameter to its length. The largest diameter of a silicon wafer is 450 mm, that is 18 inch with the CZ method. The CZ method has been used for mass producing the 300 mm, that is 12 inch wafer since the 1990s. The floating zone method is the only other practical way to make single crystal ingots. Now we are going to discuss floating zone method. Figure illustrates the floating zone crystal pulling method. As with the CZ method, the process takes place in a sealed furnace chamber with an argon ambient, which implies the sealed furnace chamber is filled with argon gas. The process starts with a polycrystalline silicon rod about 50 to 100 centimeter in length, placed vertically in a furnace chamber. The heating coil heats and melts the lower end of the polysilicon bar, and the seed crystal fuses into the molten zone. The melt is suspended between the seed and polysilicon rod by the surface tension of the molten silicon. Then the heating coil moves slowly upward, melting the polysilicon rod just above the molten silicon. The molten silicon at the seed end starts to freeze with the same crystal orientation as the seed crystal. After the heating coil moves over the entire polysilicon rod, the rod converts to a single crystal silicon ingot. The diameter of the ingot is controlled by the relative rotation rates of the top and bottom sections. With the floating zone method, the largest wafer diameter is 150 mm, that is 6 inches. Advantages of floating zone method. Since no crucible is used in this process, the primary advantage of the floating zone method is that it can achieve higher silicon purity due to the lower melt contamination, especially from oxygen and carbon. This method is mainly used to manufacture wafers needed for discrete power devices. These wafers require high resistance starting materials. Disadvantages of the floating zone method. There are two major disadvantages of the floating zone method. One is that the melt crystal interface is very complex, thus it is difficult to achieve dislocation-free crystals. Another is that it is more expensive since it requires high purity polysilicon rods as the starting material, while for the CZ method, any kind of high purity silicon such as wafer, saw, powder, ingot and cuts and the like can be used as starting materials. Common points of the CZ and FZ methods. Because they are formed by freezing the rotating molten silicon, single crystal silicon ingots and the wafers sliced from them are always round. It is possible to make square wafers by grinding the ingot into square columns before slicing wafers from them. However, a square wafer is much harder to handle mechanically. It can be very easy to chip the corners of a square wafer and break it down. It is hoped that this session was useful to you. Please press like button. Please subscribe this channel. ये लेक्चर हिंदी में भी उपलब्ध है. This lecture series is in loving memory of my late wife, Mrs. Ambika Chadda, maiden name Mani.